Okay, guys, we are back at it with TNXP coming in for another clean climb up, still holding up out of every single stock on the market while everything else turns bearish. TNXP still holds up here bullish. They have decided to go in for TNXP for a long-term lifetime investment. When I say they, I'm not just talking about small retails and the people seeing these videos and just people in the bankability Discord. We mean big whales. We mean large scales. We mean institutions. We mean people believe in a upcoming fibromyalgia curing. Did you know that TNXP has more than just that they are working on? I have had many a TNXP video. Well, we've done nothing but dive deeper and deeper. If you were seeing even the video, the last video where I was literally clearly saying as the title and everything, I'm like, just to make sure nobody misses out on this opportunity, I'm gonna put it here as the full-on title for this stock and all. It's still holding up from there. While the markets are turning red. I've dove in so and letting you know multiple rounds. That's not again, it's not just the first round on TNXP. We're gonna call multiple rounds. It's easy money, we know what you're going for. You know when you're getting ready to get that bull run, especially if a stock is making that 52-week low. I'm updating all the videos. We're not gonna push it as far as making full on complete Tonix Pharmaceutical guides. We're gonna dive deeper in this one. Make sure that you meet them along in the main chat rooms. They're talking about these stocks all day, every single day as well. Going for what stocks suit them most. And again, if you are a TNXP stockholder, you are not alone. Everybody is going for this stock for the big rally. Check out the recent videos. Get some more information. I'm going to tell you some stuff in this video that you never knew. I'm going to tell you stuff in this video that nobody else is going to tell you too. Let's get right back into it now. So I can show you some support ranges on TNXP for when it does come in for that quick dip back down. Because you know how it goes. Fed meeting coming up. A lot of people are going to get nervous and want to lock in gains. It's a normal thing. If we're going to look at TNXP on your 15-minute trading chart, right? If they was to break this 50-cent range, then they would have another quick spike down to retest that 40-cent range there. Now it will be strong there around that 40 cents. They're strong for a good there, so that resistance ended up turning to support. Now if it was to break that, it will be going down to retest that 36. What's that 35, 36 cents? Notice that's where the big battle was. We won't be seeing this go back under that range. Strong support, super strong support is going to be there around that 35-cent range. If it does, lock in your gains and get ready for the next retest because if it breaks that, it's going back down towards 20 cents. But that shouldn't be in the picture for TNXP, and you'll get a better understanding of why I say that after I tell you some of the upcoming events and whatnot that they have looking forward to. And so, big resistance that is at this 50 cent right now is where it's been having its big resistance at. Once it breaks that, it's going to slow down again around that 70-cent range. But if it gets past there, it should get to that dollar, and then from there, it shouldn't be going back under that dollar. And I show you, I say 70-cent range because I notice here that 70-cent range, exactly where I did this battle right here too. I say I don't just be just throwing out numbers here. These are real key levels, real support ranges, and resistance ranges, real targets that will really get hit once this thing really starts to come in to fill up that gap. You see, a gap towards 150, a gap towards about $2, a gap towards about $3. That's if they come in strong enough to get up towards that 5 where they drop down from. It's huge shorts in there, and those shorts are covering up. Those shorts cover up those shares along the board, like you saw. And they all rush in at the same time. You get a squeeze, but they don't have to. They can just take their time and gradually cover shares, day after days after days and whatnot. And as it gets higher and higher, a lot of them are going to get more and more nervous. Big, massive shorts, huge drawback at that 65, 70-cent range, and another one around $1. If they can clear the rest of that, well, the sky's the limits on TNXP. Some information that you don't know, and if you don't remember, TNXP did come out with said that they got the FDA fast track to launch the TNX-102. This is coming out in August. We're going to talk more about fibromyalgia as well. Major news. But the thing about these health stocks is they need that major news. That's like a lot of other stocks, they don't need that news to get the job done. But here, from now until the PDUFA go date, which is August 15th, for the FDA decision on U.S. marketing approval for TNX-102 for the fibromyalgia, several key steps and events are expected to occur. So the timeline and key events. So day 74 letter. The FDA will issue a day 74 letter, which will include the Prescription Drug User Fee Act target action date and indicate whether priority review has been granted. PDA review. The FDA will conduct a thorough review of the new drug, TNX-102, evaluating the data from the 2 phase 3 studies. Interaction with FDA. The Tonix Pharmaceuticals will engage in ongoing interaction with FDA, providing additional information and clarifications that they need during the review process. And public updates. Tonix may provide updates. They may. Again, it's not saying that they will, but they may provide updates on this, and there's other things that are going to update as well. On or before the 15th is when we get that decision, which is going to send this thing to the moon. And the potential outcomes: approval. The FDA approves, it will become the first new drug for treating fibromyalgia in more than 15 years, offering a new non-opioid, centrally acting anesthetic option for patients. If they was to reject it, which again, like I'm not saying that that's about to happen. I'm just, throwing it out there. Like you understand that there are possibilities. Things will turn quite bearish. Okay, needless to say, but they also have several other drugs in this pipeline. Okay, for those you don't know, that are in various stages of development. Here are some: the central nervous system portfolio. They got the TNX-102 fibromyalgia, TNX-102 for acute stress disorder, and TNX-113 for cocaine. And right now, the TNX-102 SL fibromyalgia, we already got that for August 15th. The TNX-102 SL for acute stress disorder is phase 2 ready. And the TNX-1300 for cocaine intoxication / overdose has a phase 2 ongoing with breakthrough therapy designation. Immunology portfolio. TNX-1500 organ transplant rejection autoimmune disorder. Phase 1 clinical phase complete. And infectious disease portfolio. TNX-801 for smallpox and monkeypox prevention vaccine. That's in preclinicals. TNX-1800 COVID-19 vaccines for preclinical, and TNX-4200 is for preclinical. And a rare disease portfolio, TNX-2900, a Prader-Willi syndrome, for phase 2 ready with FDA orphan drug and a rare pediatric disease designation. The approval timelines for these drugs will depend on the outcome of their respective clinical trials. The TNX-1300 for the cocaine intoxication overdose, phase 2 ongoing, and the next date. The completion of phase 2 is expected Q3 2025. TNX-1500 organ transplant rejection autoimmune disorder for current status phase 1 clinical phase is complete. And phase 2 trial initiation is expected in Q2. Again, remember that we're about to get the update on the TNX-102. They should be coming out with the update on the TNX-1500 before then even. It's crazy, right? Like I say, putting you on game or something here. TNX-801 smallpox and monkeypox preventing vaccine. They are working on that, and if you didn't see my last video, it started to get a little bit more bullish because of the outbreak. And current status is in preclinical. Next key is IND enabling. Investigation new drug application submission is expected in Q4 2025. And the TNX-29 for the rare disease Prader-Willi syndrome is in phase 2 ready, and phase 2 trial initiation is expected Q3. The TNX, this is the history on all of those. I figured maybe some of you might like to know the history on some of these. So look, we already hear the history on TNX-102SL is a small, rapidly disintegrating sublingual product candidate containing 2.8 milligrams of clozapine. It has been designed to optimize the delivery and absorption of clozapine for improving sleep quality, while minimizing potential residual effects. Uses: TNX-102SL is being developed for the treatment of fibromyalgia, PTSD, alcohol use disorder, and agitation in Alzheimer's disease. It is essentially acting as an analgesic that helps relieve pain by improving sleep. Previous catalyst dates. For October 29th, they got the new drug application submitted to the FDA for fibromyalgia. The November 29th, was presented to the American College of Rheumatology Convergence 2024. And August 15, 2025, they have the PDUFA goal date for the FDA decision and marketing this. The TNX-1300 cocaine esterase. So the history of this: the TNX-1300 is a recombinant protein enzyme produced through recombinant DNA technology in a non-disease producing strain of E. coli bacteria. It is designed to treat cocaine intoxication and has been granted breakthrough therapy designation by the FDA. Use of TNX is being developed for the treatment of cocaine intoxication, a state characterized by acute agitation, hyperthermia, tachycardia, arrhythmias, and hypertension. August 24, first patient enrolled in phase 2 catalyst study, and first half of 2025. They enrolled dude in a trial on August 24. How they testing these people? They giving them the coke. They telling them to sniff the coke and ain't giving them the cure for it, or or how does that work? Somebody get high real quick and then say, all right, let me just go ahead and go in there immediately before the high even go away. And then when they giving them this stuff, so it's just putting them to sleep. It's crazy. And then this is August 24th. When was the catalyst date for this one? Like, I think they said this is going to be taking a while, expected in Q3 2025. So before then, we should be getting our TNX 1500 by Q2. And then towards Q3, they come up with that. And I believe like August is the end of Q3, maybe the beginning of Q4. So remember, like the fibromyalgia thing is still, again, towards the end of the year. It's a lot of stuff coming in before then. Just pointing that out to you now, okay? The next one was the TNX, the first half of 20. So the TNX 1500 anti-CD4OL monoclonal antibody is a human. The TNX 1500 is a humanized monoclonal antibody directed against CD40 linkage. It has been re-engineered to better modulate the binding of FCYR while preserving FcRn function, aiming to deliver efficiency without compromising safety. I don't even know what none of that means. TNX 1500 is being developed for the prevention of organ transplant rejection and the treatment of autoimmune disorders. Okay, I guess I got a better understanding now. Previous catalysts were back in March 24, back in March of 2024, the translation of preclinical pharmacokinetic parameters announced, and the third quarter 2024 top line results of phase 1 trial were expected. And then they got the TNX-801 for the horsepox-based vaccine. TNX-801 is an attenuated one-dose live orthopox virus horsepox vaccine candidate developed to protect against smallpox and mpox. It has shown promising results in non-human primate studies. The previous catalyst for this were results in pre-IND meetings with the FDA back on August 23rd, back in August 2023, and in September 24, alignment with WHO's preferred target product profile. Then you have, this is the last one, your last one down here, the TNX-2900, the intranasal potentiated oxytocin. The TNX-2900 is a proprietary intranasal oxytocin formulation developed for the treatment of Prader-Willi syndrome. It has received orphan drug and rare pediatric disease designation from the FDA. Uses: TNX-2900 is being developed to treat hyperphagia in children and adolescents with Prader-Willi syndrome. Previous catalysts were back in March 2024 with rare pediatric disease designation granted by the FDA, and October 2023 overview of TNX-2900 program presented at the Foundation for Prader-Willi Research Family Conference. This is all the upcoming events, all the upcoming catalysts. Now remember, August 15th, that's at the end of Q3 or around the beginning of Q4. So before then, I just showed you about 4 or 5 different updates and catalysts that are going to come with FDA approval, even before then. To just give you a better general understanding of everything that's going on. If you enjoy these videos and you found this information helpful, give this video a like. I know these videos come fast. This is hot news. Really not about the long form lasting videos. This is about hot news and updates. We trade stocks and markets move fast. We are broadcasting and bringing live news, making sure that you are on point with your trades and on what's going on with the market. They have Big Fed and FOMC coming up here around 2 p.m. It's going to make things bearish. If you in TNXP, I just showed you the ranges that it could possibly be dropping down to. But if you in there when we first loaded that thing out, then you want to say feasibility anyway. So I mean, you really don't have too much at all to even think about or even worry about. I'm gonna update TNXP as well. Make sure you check out some of those last ones, giving complete guides on TNXP. It's easy money. We know what you're going for. And it's the same setup and it is the same strategy every single trade. If you thought you were alone in TNXP, you are not alone. Bank with Billy and the Bank with Billy members are all, man, TNXP to the moon. TNXP to the moon. They finna get ready to hit that dollar. They about to hit that dollar. And thing is, when they get to that dollar, they're not they shouldn't be going back under that dollar. Let me show you this on TNXP so you get a general understanding of why I say this. I'm gonna show you back on your weekly charts. Look at this. They are not used to being under this dollar like that. They've been under that dollar since about August. They're not used to it. When they get back over there, ain't no going back under. And they going for a lifetime investment. But you don't gotta still be holding in there. Like if you already like ready to lock in gains, you could lock in your gains right now and then just get ready for the next trade. We already know exactly what's about to explode next. But there's a lot of stocks are bearish, especially quantums and ACHRs. I'm getting ready to go update those next. I'll see y'all in there in. Happy trade.